Do you know the country where it's possible to acquire a new wife at a fair? Throughout history, various ethnic groups have populated the planet, each developing their own societies in the areas where they settled, creating specific cultures, traditions, and ways of life. These distinctive characteristics serve to differentiate them, granting them a unique identity. A notable example is the Roma, who have preserved their culture over hundreds of years, adopting peculiar lifestyles in various nations. Their origin traces back to northern India, and it is estimated that around 400 AD, they began migrating westward, choosing destinations such as England, Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, and Turkey. Currently, the global Roma population is estimated at around 8 million. There are several theories attempting to explain why the Roma left India and moved westward. Some suggest they were forcibly taken as slaves by rulers in the 1st century, while other theories indicate they migrated to serve as mercenaries in conflicts, subsequently settling in Western states. A distinctive feature of the Roma is the preservation of their lifestyle and culture, regardless of where they settle. They often live on the fringes of society in most countries, not being fully accepted by local communities, which creates a certain distance from them. This social isolation can partly be attributed to the Roma's own behavior, as they tend to keep themselves apart from the wider society. For example, it is common for them to withdraw their children from school at an early age, live in closed communities, and prefer marriages within their ethnic group, thus reinforcing their separation from the general society. In Bulgaria, the Roma live in segregated conditions, resulting in tense relationships both with Bulgarians and among themselves. According to some sources, Bulgarian Roma tend to avoid formal employment, occupying vacant lots which they adapt for their needs, which over time turn into exclusive Roma neighborhoods, further accentuating the division between them and the rest of society. The main cause of the distant relationship between Bulgarians and Roma seems quite evident. The disorderly lifestyle of the Roma and their apparent disregard for social norms generate discomfort among Bulgarians. Previously, the Roma population in Bulgaria was larger, however, with Bulgaria's entry into the European Union and the subsequent opening of borders, many Roma migrated to other European countries, reducing their presence in Bulgaria. Currently, Bulgarian Roma mainly reside in areas reminiscent of low-income neighborhoods, located in less developed rural regions of cities. These areas, inhabited by the Roma, are notably neglected by the government, characterized by poorly maintained roads, houses with peeling paint, and poorly cared for green spaces. The quality of life in these places is considerably lower than that of a typical village with old houses and individual gardens, contrasting with apartment buildings. To better understand the social dynamics of the Roma in this country, it is interesting to observe the bride markets. These circumstances have led the Roma in Bulgaria to maintain a rather unusual tradition that is held annually. Although many consider this an archaic and primitive custom, for these impoverished communities, it represents an opportunity for life change. On the day the bride market is held, there is an atmosphere of joy and expectation in Roma families' homes. Girls strive to present themselves in the most elegant and attractive manner possible. With the preparations concluded, they are taken to the market. The interesting aspect is that Roma women participate in these events voluntarily and seem satisfied with the situation, perhaps due to their limited interaction with the wider society. They view these markets as a valuable opportunity in their lives. Additionally, the price set for each girl at the market varies according to her age and appearance, determined by the father. Usually, an 18-year-old girl has a higher value than a 25-year-old one. If a high offer is made for a daughter, the family feels great pride and often mentions it. Even if the person herself got married this way, she takes pride in how much she was worth at that time. Thus, for the Roma in Bulgaria, being evaluated in monetary terms is a reason for joy. Roma families go together to the bride market, usually on Sundays. According to available information, the value that the groom's family must spend to obtain an average considered bride varies between $10,000 and $20,000 and can reach up to $50,000 in some cases. In Bulgaria, where incomes are low compared to other European countries and the dollar has a high value, sums like $50,000 are considered extremely high. The concept of money is highly valued and the amount allocated to the dowry is considered sufficient. Interestingly, characteristics such as blue eyes, which are rarer in Bulgaria, can influence the price increase. Additionally, it is common for the families of the bride and groom to meet for the first time at the market to avoid previous acquaintances. During the school period, almost no Roma girl continues her studies after primary education. Roma children, both male and female, are taken to these markets from the age of 15 to get married, indicating marriage at a very young age. Consequently, it is rare to see Roma participating in social life in Bulgaria, as marrying off their daughters through bride markets is considered more appropriate. It is important to note that these customs of the Roma in Bulgaria do not represent all Roma communities worldwide. Bride markets maintained by certain Roma communities in Bulgaria are held in Stara Zagora, one of the country's largest cities with a significant Roma population. These open markets at certain times of the year attract many visitors from across Europe to Stara Zagora, contributing to the local economy. For both parties involved in Roma marriages in Bulgaria, there are important criteria to consider. The bride's family seeks a groom with the highest possible wealth, while for the groom, the bride must be as young and attractive as possible. Marriage on these terms is based purely on external criteria such as physical appearance and wealth and can be seen as a marriage of mutual interest. However, Roma have a distinctive feature: even coming from different tribes, they manage to establish connections and quickly integrate with each other. After the deal is closed at the marriage market, a celebration is organized at the bride's house, with the groom's participation. Actions include dances and songs, central elements in Roma culture, allowing them to keep their cultural traditions alive. Roma value living in the moment, prioritizing joy and entertainment, without much concern for economies or the future. In summary, they find happiness in their own environment and maintain their traditions with pride. Roma neighborhoods with their unique cultural characteristics can be found in many parts of the world. These communities are a testimony to the cultural richness of the Roma and their ability to preserve their identity over time, despite the various influences and challenges faced in recent decades. New technologies have played a crucial role in forming new relationships, reducing the importance and popularity of traditional marriage fairs. Currently, many members of this social custom of buying wives at fairs are finding their romantic partners through social networks. The tradition of the dowry remains relevant, whether the couple met at the fair or not. This shows that this practice is a constant in the culture. After marriage, women are traditionally responsible for obeying their husbands and dedicating themselves exclusively to household and family care. Did you know all of this about Bulgaria? Leave us your opinion in the comments. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like and your comment. See you in the next video.